Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Julia.
What's happening?
Good morning,
doing, Christian?
Hello,
I'm good. Welcome to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I am always Christian Cortez.
I'm always Michael Zapsik, and this is always...
Occasionally, Julia Zapsik.
You're always occasionally? Nice.
Always occasionally.
Gotta like that.
I'm so sorry. I'm exhausted today.
That's
When I'm doing my secret identity. Okay, can we do this first?
Yeah, let's do it first.
Actually, let's let a few people... Let me show you. I don't even have the... where's my little notification that tells me to pull up the live stream? Oh,
got me on that one.
All right, hold on.
Mike, good morning. I just hear me.
All right, yeah.
Hey, that's the one.
I don't want to hear my voice.
Yeah, no one wants to do that.
All right.
It's a wonder I wear headphones. You know what? No. I'm like, I have to do it because I need to listen for the show, but I hate hearing my own voice.
There we go.
I got you.
Okay, there.
But you got one ear.
Yeah.
Who we got?
Right.
We got Beth.
I'm like
Hello,
half
Beth
listening.
and Christopher. Very nice. Very nice.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And we've got something special planned for Christian. So why don't you hit it, Jules?
Why can't I see if anybody's on the secret stash? We got 12 on the secret stash. I can't see how many people are on yours. I'm like on the wrong one.
Why don't you just...
Hold on.
Why don't we just do it and pray that there are people out there?
There are people watching. I'm seeing the numbers go up. Stu Greenberg just commented.
All right.
Hey, 3 of my favorite people. What's up, Stu?
Oh, that's nice, Stu.
Okay.
One
All
of
right,
your
here we
favorite
go.
people?
Hold on.
That is very sweet. And thank you, Stu. You're one of mine, too.
You're the man. Oh my God! Why do I?
You
hear
couldn't.
this?
I will, yeah.
Why are you playing?
Because she wants to get this.
Why are you playing?
Because she wants.
Connection?
She wants to get this kicked off Facebook. Hold on, I'm tagging this.
No.
Sweetheart, we're gonna get thrown off Facebook.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're gonna get thrown off Facebook. Disney ain't playing.
Oh my God.
I saw this and I just thought of you and Michael agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to do this, honey. You can't get us thrown off Facebook. It's like, why is there nobody watching
Disney
us?
would make an exception.
No, they would not.
Disney would be
No.
like, who are these people?
Yeah.
Like, hell no.
Yeah. Oh hell no.
I appreciate that's on a much deeper level. Yup, that is factual, people.
Go ahead. Go put it on, buddy.
I will absolutely. Mike,
I'm gonna vamp. All right, Christian's gonna go over there. He's gonna go in a corner. He's gonna rock himself.
It's true though, right, Christian?
I love this.
No idea how much I love
Exactly.
Of course she does.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
No one appreciates the Muppets on a deeper level.
Nobody
Christian
does.
Cortez, people.
Yes,
so
it's
when
true.
we saw that, we were like, we gotta do
Yes, and so we did, and so we try, man. Bulgaria's in the house.
Woo! Bulgaria.
Georgie Sadafov.
What's the weather like in Bulgaria?
Sadafov.
I wonder.
Bulgaria? I don't know. What is it like out there, Giorgio? Georgie.
Are we streaming from Michael's?
I believe we are.
We are.
Okay. All right. Well, I can...
Greetings from Bulgaria. Look at you. That looks perfect for you.
You know
Holy crap.
You know who's gonna love this?
Boy. Yeah.
You know who's gonna love this shirt?
Who?
Abalo.
Oh, yes, you absolutely
that's
will.
right.
He's gonna be
right.
so jealous.
Chris Abalo, former guest of Live from the Secret
On
Stash.
our third episode.
Third episode, yes. Former guest, Secret Stash.
Thank you so much,
So,
guys.
you're
Of course.
most welcome. It's just like
Hello, Beth.
every once in a while you find something that's just so perfect. You're like, this can't go unpurchased and ungifted.
Of
right?
course.
So, yeah.
I wear this proudly.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Georgie.
So
You mind if I call you Georgie instead of Jorge?
So how was this week for everybody?
this
so far?
week was pretty good.
Yeah.
So as I said before the show, I got my laptop fixed. So I upgraded my hard drive space, but I got all my old files back because for a couple of months I was operating without making music or making any new ideas. I kind of took like a little mental health break from it.
Okay.
And it benefited because now in the 2 days I've had this back, I've got 3 new songs that I'm working on.
Oh, that's
and
great.
a couple of new film ideas that I'm finally putting to paper.
Good
so,
for you. Yeah,
it's a
sometimes
good one.
it's nice to kind of detach. You come back into it with a little more.
It was a good week for me. How about you guys?
Good. Just really, really busy. You know, we launched, yesterday was 1 week since we launched the tickets for the birthday bash. Thank you everyone who's coming so far. We're actually selling out pretty quickly. So if you haven't already gotten your tickets.
So get them tickets fast.
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah,
there aren't a lot left. So, I mean,
I don't even got one.
Well,
you're working.
I know.
We're taskmasters.
I just kind of assumed.
I think you're working, so you could get in. So that's going to be a lot of fun. All the fun and shenanigans that are going on around people having so much fun, being excited for the Clerks 3. And they had to actually add a matinee show in Red Bank. The first show that they posted in Red Bank, which was 7 p.m. for Clerks 3, for the premiere of Clerks 3, sold out so quickly. They had to go back and add a matinee. Okay. So if you went online, anybody, and you wanted to see it in Red Bank on September the 4th, and you didn't get a ticket, there's a 1:30 show, which is selling out as well. I mean, Michael and I checked this morning. There aren't a lot of seats left, but there are some seats left. So, so please, log back in and see that. So just a lot of excitement. People coming into the store, they're delighted, they're thrilled, they can't wait. So sharing all that with folks is good.
Got the posters back from the birthday bash.
That's gonna be nice.
Amazing.
Yeah, beautiful.
Give a shout out to Gateway Press. They did a fantastic job printing up those things. Gorgeous. It's Captain Ribman art of we went the centennial of Jay and Silent Bob. Combined, Jay and Kevin have been on this earth for 100 years. Yeah. So we went steampunk. We're like, let's do this.
I'm okay with this.
So
I like this.
It came out really nicely.
Hello, Nick.
And then other friends of ours.
Michael Johnson.
Turned it into like a really nice.
Oh yeah, Hyperdrive did a fantastic job. That was Clay and Juan. Thank you. I didn't want to.
Is there any ideas to turn that poster into a shirt? Because I know it is.
People have been asking about it.
It's that good.
Yeah.
Oh, Christopher Ball is in DMV.
No, he's in hell.
Oh,
well,
geez.
both.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. Oh, that sucks. You know what you can do? No, I'm not going to tell you, Christopher. DM me for like fun things to do at the DMV.
That will or won't get you arrested.
Will or won't? Yeah. Will I get kicked out for these fun things?
No, not kicked out because there's a guard at the door. So
you get thrown out. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air style.
No, you wish.
And Michael and I actually got out over the weekend to see a movie.
Yeah, we went and saw a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
We saw one of those moving pictures.
You saw one of them motion picture shows?
Yes. We saw
one of them talkies?
Yes, it was in Inglorious. I believe it was Deluxo Vision, whatever the hell, and it was very nice.
Okay.
Thank you, Laszlo Panaflex. So we watched Thor, Love and Thunder.
Love London, Kim.
Yeah,
Love and Thunder.
Yeah. Yes, and we are truly international. So thank you, Kim. Thank you, Georgie. Kashmir, Georgie.
So let me hear. What are the thoughts?
Jules did not love it.
No, you know what? I enjoyed it, but I definitely am a gal who likes my superhero movies like with gravitas and triumphant, and I want to cry, I want to laugh, I want to jump on the ship and fight evil alongside them, and I love a little bit of humor thrown in. This was like that upside down. This was like goofy, dorky, too much, like trying too hard to be too funny with a little bit of gravitas. I mean, Christian Bale and the gal
Natalie
who plays
Portman.
Natalie Portman. Yes.
Natalie Portman.
They really, but Christian Bale especially kind of saved it for me because he really brought that sense of like real dread and that real like evil. I was like, yes,
he felt like a villain.
He felt like a real villain.
At Comics College, Julia cheats off me. That's okay. But in real life, I cheat off her. So that's
but it was a good time. I mean, I was a little surprised because, like I said, don't get out of the house much. When I had to fork over $20 for a ticket, I had to swallow hard. I realized that I should have checked the prices before I stuck the credit card in there. I was like, oh crap, who knew?
Little ticket shock. Wow, okay. But they have to make their money back after being closed for 14 years.
Just quick side note: what is the lowest ticket price you can remember?
That I can remember? I've got a long, $5.50. Like $2.
Like, at what point did you realize, like, okay, this is getting absurd for movie prices? Was it like 2000?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I'd say 1996.
I could see 15.50. That was okay. $20 though, plus tax and.
So once I came along, it just went to shit.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, you were done.
Yes, you ushered in.
It's all my fault, people. It's personally my fault.
The downfall of the
Blink
movie
and you'll
theater,
miss us.
But yeah, no, okay. So you didn't really dig it all that much, because you thought it was a little goofy. What about you?
I loved it. I'm gonna mash that man's name to shit. Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
Taika. Where's the O?
Taika
Waititi.
Mike, say it with me. We'll do it together.
Okay.
Taika Waititi. There you go.
Taika Waititi.
You could just say it without an accent, because
Taika Waititi.
Yes, because
I didn't put an accent in there. Taika Waititi. I didn't do it.
Now,
Taika Waititi.
Okay, I just call him the GOAT. There you go.
Now I know that he didn't write it, but
Yes,
he
he
did
did.
it.
Yeah, he did.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Oh,
he
yeah.
did write it?
He co-wrote it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was going
come
to let him off the hook for
No,
making it too goofy.
No,
but
but you got
sorry.
now you got to check the credits for
I'm
God's
sorry.
sakes.
Yeah. I guess I kind of zoned out on that. But the first, what was it? The second? No, it was the first. The first after credit scene.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that actually also saved the movie for me, and we're not going to spoil it. But if you know what I'm talking about.
I know
Oh my
you
God.
were happy with those.
Yes,
I was like, holy shit!
Yes, that was the one time in the movie I was like, yes.
I'm like,
I will be back
Burger!
just for that.
I was in the theater with my friends and grinning ear to ear, and I literally thought out loud. I was like, Mike's gonna love this.
Yes, he will.
Yes.
And
You got that right. You got
I
that right.
had some dick come in. Well, yeah, he came in and he spoiled the ending for me, but he couldn't because he didn't know of my love of other things that would translate into that.
Yeah.
But he came in. He's like, oh yeah, the mid credit scene. Boom. I'm like, you piece of crap. I said, I haven't seen it.
We're now installing spoiler vision at Jane's Hot Bob Secret Stash. So if you walk in and try to spoil some shit, it ain't gonna happen for you.
Yeah, seriously, they're lasers.
Freaking lasers.
I know. Freaking lasers. So anyway,
but you loved it.
I loved it because Natalie Portman, how can you not love her?
Yeah.
She's the Winona Ryder of her generation.
Are we able to talk spoilers besides credits, or do you want to just kind of give general?
Let's just be in general. They followed a lot of the comic book.
Yeah.
A
lot.
And it was very, very well done. And for me, I'm more forgiving because I remember when we had David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury. So I'm very, very forgiving of many, many things. And it was actually pretty cool. And there was so much to love. And I like Taika Waititi.
The GOAT.
I love the GOAT. So the GOAT is awesome. He was fantastic.
Well, here's what's really funny. I guess we can't call him the GOAT because there are two goats in the movie.
The screaming. Can he be the screaming goat?
Yeah.
But and I love that.
I actually love the screaming goat.
We had
like that.
I did too.
Thor was gifted 2 screaming goats, and I'm like, I love those. And I asked Julie if we could get goats, and she said no.
I love how the people who gave him to him too were like, no takesies backsies.
Yeah. Yes. And I mean, there was just all those little fun things in there that I absolutely adore because I love the goats, the non-screaming goats, his movies and his TV shows. I mean, I loved. I never really got into what they do in the shadows, but I love the concept.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I gave up Hulu because you have to make concessions.
You would like the movie because that has Taika in it, along with Jermaine Clement.
But I love Jojo Rabbit. I mean, I talk about every emotion that you can possibly have, and you're sitting here rooting for a little fucking Nazi. So, and no one roots for little Nazis. Nobody should ever root for a little Nazi, except you find yourself doing it.
And the man's been gifted the keys to the Star Wars kingdom.
Yes.
I'm so excited to see what his movie is going to be about.
I'm so excited about that. And our flag means death. That was great.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that to be good at all. I'm like, okay. But we had people coming in here because there were, it's from Old Navy. They've got a shirt that sort of looks like one of the shirts in Our Flag Means Death, and there are people who are just rocking those shirts, and I'm like, that's odd, because we saw like a bunch of people coming in with the shirts. They're like Hawaiian shirts, and
It's still a show that I need to watch because I don't think Taika created it. I just think he's one of the people that like stars and produces it. The GOAT.
Okay.
But I've heard nothing but good things. I just know that it's Gay Pirates the show, and that's how my friends have described it. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll check it out. But it's on my list. But there was one thing that the GOAT was doing for a long time that was in development that I think is recently back in development. The GOAT was going to do an adaptation of Flash Gordon.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
It would be.
Now that you could do Goofy and it would be fine.
He would be fantastic at that. Or I would love to see him, if you're going to do that, how about his main nemesis back in the 20s and 30s, Buck Rogers? That would be great.
See, but that's cool to me because then you could kick off kind of a universe of those old characters coming back.
Of course you could, and get the Phantom back going, and you could bring in Mandrake the Magician. I mean, get all the King's Feature guys, like the Defenders of Earth. Remember that old cartoon? No, you don't.
I don't know Defenders of Earth.
It was before your time, but now I'm gonna throw you down a rabbit hole.
Okay.
It's called Defenders of Earth. As a matter of fact,
homework.
No, yes, but no.
Recommendation.
Yes, a recommendation. By the way, it is National Hot Dog Day. Come celebrate with many fine hot dog outlets in New Jersey, especially Windmill. They didn't give me any money for saying that.
But here's but honestly, with
free cheese
with the GOAT doing, with him doing Flash Gordon, that's actually kind of why I loved Love and Thunder, is because it felt like what. And this is, trust me, this is a compliment. It's what the Flash Gordon movie could have been in the 80s.
Yes.
Where it is that fun hair metal adventure. That to me is what that's what I love, what Taika has brought to the Thor movies, the GOAT.
Gotcha.
Is that he made them fun when they were going down a very serious rabbit hole.
Right.
When, especially for that character, it was kind of needed.
Thor is, yes. And I tried to explain this to Jules back in the 70s, actually after Stan and Jack Kirby left Thor, that they left the title. It was beautiful. It was epic in its scale, but it was just so dry to me. Like after they left, it was the Warriors 3, because they weren't introducing any new concepts. You got Asgard, and they went to Asgard, and it was like hanging out in like hanging out in the London Museum. They're all wandering around, and there's very pretty things on the wall, but nothing really ever happened. They would get into fights with the Frost Giants, but who gives a crap? Because that had no bearing on Earth.
Yeah.
What I'd love to see is, or what I did love to see, is when Thor came down and he was part of the Avengers, and he kicked ass and took names.
Big time. I just saw a comment that was really, really funny.
You looking at Andrew Markham's comment about
Ming can play Ming because he's truly merciless.
Oh,
there you go, Henry.
I was looking at Andrew Markham, who just made those goats his ringtone. Oh, God.
I would do it.
You're gonna be beloved by coworkers and family alike, I'm sure. Once they hear those,
they're gonna love that.
Yes, exactly. Now I want to
thank Bill McCaslin. Thank you.
What did Bill McCaslin
Bill
say?
McCaslin, he wants to move to Red Bank, number one, and he needs to watch this on Facebook because he's holding down the fort on YouTube. Maybe we should.
Bill, don't even worry about it. Go to Facebook.
Yeah, go to Facebook.
It ain't even a thing.
We'll
be
worry
among the people.
Yeah, we'll worry about our YouTube presence a little bit later. But come on down here. We love you, and this show ain't going nowhere. So yeah,
we'll be here.
What were you gonna say?
No, I just I totally blanked.
Mexico
City. To be honest with you.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we can go back to this is why we have show notes, so that when we totally blank and get off track.
But what were you saying before I read a comment, though? I'm so sorry. You were talking about just your
Thor being like boring
as hell.
I told Jules that's what that needs. And if you go back and you watch like the old serials, like the Flash Gordon, they were having so much fun. I mean, they had cardboard swords, and I mean, these guys were fucking chewing up scenery like nobody's business.
This is early Star Wars.
Insane. And let's, yes, very much so. But I'm gonna do a little spoiler in here, and you've heard this, folks. We had the some people consider great Russell Crowe in Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm not a huge Russell Crowe fan. I don't believe that you should take a phone and hit someone over the head with it. That's just me.
It depends.
Yeah, other people, you know, what does Dalton say in Roadhouse? Opinions vary. So,
he was a great Zeus, because Zeus is a big dick.
Zeus is and Russell Crowe, huge swinging dick, I'm sure. But the really funny thing is that he had this. He had this accent. He sounded like a Mario. You know what I'm saying?
He did. He sounded like Mario.
Hey!
I was like, are the Greeks offended? Because I would certainly.
I noticed that too, but to me it was a combination of Mario and the pizza guy from Chuck E. Cheese. I was like,
hey, look over here,
Pasquale. I was like, what are you doing? What is this accent? That also changes in a couple of moments.
Of course it does.
It does.
Yeah, because I was like, is he French now? Because I mean. And why be Zeus if you're gonna be Italian, which he sounded like, why not call him? He would have been Jupiter, because the pantheon.
It's true. That's right.
But hey, he's a Greek. You can be Greek.
Sure.
Why not?
It works.
I suppose it worked. That's cool. But it was
a fun
talk
part
about
of the movie.
chewing up scenery.
Oh yeah.
And just like, hey, oh, and he's like throwing his thunderbolt around in between his legs, the whole 9 yards, like spinning it on his finger.
I know, a little bit too goofy. I mean, Zeus was a complete dick, but the reason why people like kowtowed to him, because he was a fucking badass. He would kill you dead.
Oh yeah, just for looking at him strange.
Exactly.
I mean, the fucker killed his own father.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so
yes, he did. Hello from Mexico City. Hello, beautiful Mexico City.
That's Gary
Nice
Burak.
to see you, Gary. Why does Gary sound like Mario?
Oh, I was still in.
You were still in Zeus mode.
I was still in. Hey, I was in a Zeus mode. Gary, Mexico City is very nice. Gary, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I know, right? Yeah, it's really weird, but you've got one of the major scene chewers of the universe in your movie. Why not let him go to full effect? It was great. I love that part. Yeah.
There's only one. There is a critique that I'm curious if you feel this way about. I mean, Marvel movies in general, but especially to me in this one, stakes. For me, there was a scene in particular where we really thought that one of the core characters was gone, and then they kind of bring him back, and it's played off as kind of a joke.
Right.
Whereas I think if they actually did get rid of that character, it could have kind of push the movie forward in a bigger, better way.
Right. Yes.
But I'm still glad we have that character.
Yes.
But that's one of the things that I get worried about with Marvel movies moving forward, is that there's just not as much cosmic stakes, I guess.
Think you're kind of wrong, because in Endgame, when we had Steve go back, now going back means a whole bunch of really weird things for the universe, and it also means that he has to everything he knows is kind of bent, which is not cool. And he has to be not as heroic as he was, because otherwise he'll change the timeline, which he shouldn't have been allowed to do. No. But they any more than they already did. So, but for me, they let him go back, and we lost a major player in the Marvel universe, which I think is really cool. But we also got a new Captain America, which I think is even cooler, because Sam is, it's very odd, because you would think that Bucky and Steve were, cut from the same cloth, but no, Bucky doesn't need this. Bucky doesn't need to do this, because this would throw him into the limelight. And while it might redeem him in a certain way, in another way, it would actually tarnish the reputation of Captain America, and you can never have that. They did it well in the comics, but then they, kind of gave it a little, twist. sort of a dagger in the heart of, people like, oh, Captain America's great. And then you find out that this other guy was a Russian assassin for 40 years. You're like, oh, that kind of sucks.
That kind of puts a damper on things. It's not really I mean, that's why he kind of embraces that Winter Soldier persona, but at the same time, but in relation to the Thor and the stakes, what
Can I ask a question? Because I was reading comments and I zoned out. Who are we talking about? Just you can whisper it if you don't want to spoil it.
Oh no, we're just.
Oh, I know who he was talking about. I'm pretty sure
you can tell me then.
No.
Oh, okay, all right.
But it was, but it had consequences, just not as many as you'd think.
Yeah,
okay. Gotcha. Okay,
all right. I guess you're right. I
don't think that he was such a great cat, or he or she was such a linchpin character.
No, but okay, yeah, I guess you're.
And we sort of needed that character through to the end, or else it wouldn't have made sense. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I do. Okay, I can see that. But all in all, I really enjoyed Thor. I'm sorry you didn't as much, Julie. You enjoyed it to an extent.
I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it for $20. I would have enjoyed it for like $5.99. Like really, like a lot better.
So you give it a bargain bin, but I'd still buy it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, listen, you have to have them all on your, you have to have them all in your collection.
That's very true.
Yeah. So, all right.
Oh, wait, hold on. You had a Trent thing that you had to.
Oh, no. I just asked, we had a comment from Trent Graham.
Trent Krim.
Yes. And I asked if Trent worked for the Independent, and he said no.
And he is not.
Which was disappointing, but
bummer.
But that's okay, Trent.
Well,
you can still hang
how
with
do
us.
two wrongs make a right? Let's talk about that. Shall
Kevin Bozeman just said, I would die if Jay and Bob did the fuck song. Well, I've got a surprise for you. Kevin, they do it in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yes.
At the very opening of the movie. So there you go, man. Go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Trent is saying, I just want the goats. They're the best part of the movie. These fucking goats keep coming back.
I'm a big fan of the goats. You think the Funko will come out with the goats?
Oh,
that would be
absolutely.
Awesome. Or just
they have to.
They could do it as a Funko ride.
The whole thing.
Yes.
That's cool.
That's
I would
like
actually
a $60 one.
That's right.
I could see it. We got Wonder Woman on Pegasus up there, but can you imagine a big one with like?
Yeah.
That would be so cool with Thor.
I'd actually, that's actually kind of a cool thing because you got Ecto 1 with Trevor from Afterlife. It makes sense. That's a thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, the Screaming Goats with the boat and Valkyrie, Thor, and Jane Foster.
Yeah.
And
Funko. Come on.
And a little pile of rocks.
With a little happy face on.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Actually, I'm kind of excited to get to the picks of the week because of one of the picks that Michael was reading last night.
Oh, dear Lord. Yes.
Yes. I thought that
I'll save it for last.
Yes, you should save it for
All
last.
right, I'm saving it for last. Let's go to the
You
picks of the week.
Ready to talk nerdy to me? Even nerdier?
I'm talking. What the hell have I been talking to you for
exactly.
the past 40 minutes, my friend? Here we go. Judgment Day number 1. This is the crossover top 5 of the top 5. We should get top 5. There
you go.
All right. I loved it. This is Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals Judgment Day number 1. This is, like everything else, a little volley for serve. However, this is the Eternals, as we all know from watching the Marvel movies. I'm sure you do. Remember, they are in charge of making sure that the deviants, which is like bad mutations, bad genetics, don't crop up in humanity. Don't crop up, in our bloodline. So whenever a deviant pops up, they put it down. And these guys are getting kind of bored. All right, these Eternals, because they've been stamping out rampant deviancy in humanity for hundreds of thousands of years, and they just decided that mutants are deviants. Which I mean, that's now there are a lot of mutants these days. Mutants have conquered death. So, which we have talked about before.
Yes,
mutants have overcome that pesky little death problem, and so that pisses them off. The Eternals are a little jealous because they're the only ones who are supposed to be eternal.
Yes.
But the X-Men are immortal. Let's do those air quotes because air quotes. So yeah. Now not so much. So yeah, they're a little pissy. So this is the volley for serve for. This is the first salvo in that particular three-way war because it's X-Men versus the Eternals with the Avengers thrown in the middle.
That sounds insane.
Pretty insane.
That sounds like something that the MCU could now lead up to.
Yes, and that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping. Kevin Feige, San Diego Con, which starts today. I'm hoping that one of the Marvel panels is Judgment Day and what ramifications that has for, I don't know.
Well, especially
MCU.
with some of the latest developments.
Yes.
It makes sense that would be a storyline that they would lead up to.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited. All right. What's this one? I
hope so too. We've got Shang Chi and the 10 Rings, or Shang Chi, as I found out how it's pronounced these days. Shang Chi.
Is that really how you pronounce it?
Shang Chi, yes. Okay. Sean, remember Sean? Shang Chi.
Okay.
So this is he has taken over the family business, and he's trying to take his father's corrupt empire and turn it into a force for good. Everybody, if you didn't get a chance, they did the same thing in Agents of Atlas. Fantastic book. Very racially tweaked Agents of Atlas because it was in a less enlightening time. They used one of Marvel, hence Atlas, Agents of Atlas. It's an homage to what Marvel's name used to be. There was Timely and Atlas. So very, very cool little homage, little tip of the hat to them. And these guys, they had, especially during the 50s, they used a lot of Asian stereotypes and, them commie reds, reds. Again, air quotes. What's going on with that?
Hey, you're doing it. You tell me.
I have no idea. Stop, both of you. My fingers start screaming like goats.
Just put the hand on your back.
So they used a lot of really racially charged, stereotypical villains in that, like the one guy's name. Yeah, in the original run, there were the guy's name was Yellow Claw.
If you think of, unfortunately, if you think of the worst case scenario, it's probably what it was called.
Yeah, or Fu Manchu.
Yeah,
Fu Manchu again, but Fu Manchu was also Shang-Chi's original father back when the comic came out in the 70s. Don't know if you knew that.
I did not.
Well, there you go. But they only leased the name Fu Manchu from the Saxe-Rohmer estate because they're very active, and they only had the rights for it for a little while. So
what I do appreciate is that Marvel has been very open with like, hey, we understand that this was like kind of messed up in the past, but when they rectify it with the comic books now, they make it an accurate representation in a way that like celebrates it. At the same time,
they should. And just call him the Claw. Why not? He's not a Gadget character. Inspector Gadget, isn't that the Claw?
Just Claw. One word, like Madonna.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I just quoted them.
Claw. Anyway. Claw. Well, they did the same thing on Get Smart. There was a character named the Claw, and
it was
like, not the Craw, the Craw. It's like, what? Wait a minute, that's racist. But it was back. It was the 60s, folks. I mean, we were racially insensitive back then, and
that's Mel Brooks' show.
That's right? Mel Brooks' show. Mel Brooks and Buck Henry, two.
It's not an excuse, but like when you say it's Mel Brooks, it's like, you know
what? He gets a pass after everything he's done to help with that.
Yes,
he gets a pass. So yes.
Where's my screaming goat's ringtone?
I have no idea, honey. But so that was Shang-Chi. So very cool. Nightwing. Nightwing 94. This is pretty badass. Now, Nightwing
94.
I know it's not a 1 or a 2. This is Nightwing 94. Now, Dick Grayson is a champion of Bloodhaven. He moved there after Batman kicked him out of the cave, which is a true story. So he goes there, and his main nemesis, his Lex Luthor, if you will, not the Joker, but this is a guy who's got his roots like deeply entrenched in Bloodhaven, is Mark Desmond, the Blockbuster.
The Blockbuster.
His name is Blockbuster. Actually, it should be Blockbuster, not the Blockbuster. Pardon me. I'm sorry. It's Claw, not the Claw.
Every time he'd show up, I'd just play the Blockbuster jingle. Blockbuster video.
Why not? Yeah.
If I was the character, I would.
So there's a bunch of they're trying to stamp out evil in Bloodhaven, and they're doing a great job. Except now they've got everything they need to take down Blockbuster. Except Blockbuster ain't playing fair. So
when did the villains ever play fair?
No, they never did.
Nor should they. Nor should they.
Damn straight. Hold on.
Hold on 1 second.
Nezha. What do we got?
Some sound went out for a sec. Sorry, guys. You there?
Better.
We better? I think we should be all
All
right.
right,
now.
good enough.
Sorry about that.
Nezha. So, and they also team up with the Doom Patrol. So Nezha is like the devil, sort of a devil. So he is trying to take down all the superheroes trying to come onto our worldly plane.
Was there an animated adaptation of World's Finest? I know there's a lot of Batman and
Superman
team up animated films, but
yes.
I think
you're thinking Public Enemies with Lex Luthor as president, and
I think so.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that's actually excellent. There's a whole bunch of Batman, Superman with Tim Daly and Kevin Conroy doing the voices.
Wasn't there one recently where it was Matt Bomer playing Superman?
I'm sure there was,
but I'm blanking on it. If someone knows, please let me know in the comments.
Cool.
So that was World's Finest. What is this?
Now this is what Jules has been waiting for, and this is our big old pick. This is Florida Man.
Oh my God!
Now I have to read the beginning of this.
Yes.
This is by Mike Barron, who's one hell of a writer. And I'm gonna imagine, if you will, the music from Shake Hands with Danger. This year's Floored, an exterminator, likes to date strippers and kill him some gator. This year's Crystal, Gary's main squeeze. She's a red hot mama and a geez Louise. This year's Gary, a roofer by trade. He likes to get high and he likes to get paid. Now, Gary's girl Crystal's been married before. She can't recall if it was 3 times or 4. Sometimes they go fishing, looking for a score. Out here in the swamp, we've been here before. Florida Man, ba-doo-ba-doo-doo.
Oh.
And it doesn't rhyme for the rest of it.
Is it as terrible as you
It is
expect?
so terribly good. Here we go. So here we go. Gary and his buddy Floyd are drinking by their dock. So he goes in the bathroom going to take a leak. He said, "Damn, what? Snake in the toilet again. Where's my nail gun? Just piss off the deck. Darn snake." So then Gary, it's Crystal. I'm in jail. Come and get me out of here. Click, next message. Gary, honey, it's Trixie, Crystal's mama. Can you get over to the Glades County Jail and get her out? I ain't got the $500 for bail. What's she in for? Dancing naked at the Waffle Hut and licking the manager. And they said they found coke in her purse. I'm like, that's awesome.
It's every Florida headline.
It is every fucking Florida headline. This is
in dialogue.
And just from the main cover is awesome. He's riding a gator. I mean, this is and it gets crazier from there.
Let me see this.
You have, and the art is fantastic.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just
What
rifle through.
What attracted your attention to this one?
It was named Florida Man. How can you not love that? You're like, Florida Man. Because every time you listen to if you listen to radio, hey, Florida man earlier this week was convicted of, and you're like, oh shit, this is gonna be good.
How much for the
Turn up the
gator,
volume.
Doug?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. If anyone's listening to this podcast, Mike Barron, call me, because Copyright RK Productions. I want to turn this into a show so badly.
Yeah.
Please, like,
I want to be an executive producer, Mike Barron.
This is so good. And
so bad.
Oh, do you think we can get Mike Barron in the store?
I bet you we could.
Oh,
Mike, give us a call.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, that's
We don't just have to talk Florida, man, but we're going to talk Florida.
I want to interview this dude.
Mike Barron is actually
0508.
he's a pretty kick-ass comic book writer.
That is awesome.
And hold on.
Oh my god, what is that?
The last line in this is, careful, my ribs are still sore from last time. So there you go. That's all you really need.
Yeah.
What wonderful.
There's Mike Barron right there.
What wonderful comic company made this a thing?
This is American Mythology Productions.
Nice.
And the art is, I believe, I'll tell you. Todd Mulrooney. Todd Mulrooney. You're Todd Mulrooney, Elias Martins, and Marcelo Salazar.
Well done, team.
Yes, very well done. Edited by Chris Braley. Good for you guys.
I will be picking up.
Let's do the colors. Itzan Ansori, and letters by Warren Montgomery. So that's the whole team.
And this goes on sale today.
This goes on sale today, and this is fun. Just such a fun book. It's like, wow, this works. God,
this works.
Wouldn't it be great if it's sold out in all local comic book shops all across the country?
Florida man. I can hear the theme song. It's so good. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Shake hands with danger.
All right, what else we got to do?
Trent Graham wants a Booster Gold movie, just FYI.
I don't blame him. I do too.
Just
Booster
reminding
Gold
people
movie.
that I'd be very curious to have folks who are at San Diego Comic-Con or following it tag the stash in some of what's going on there,
Especially with Kevin's stuff, because he's in Hall H like two or three times.
I think at least 3 times. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If anyone happens to be in San Diego who's watching this show, take some stickers of the secret stash, tag it, send a picture.
Oh yeah.
Let us know. I want to see
fantastic.
that. I would love to see that.
That'd be awesome. Other news. Smod Castle.
Okay, this is a big one.
Yeah, you take this away, Christian. This is your thing.
So, Smod Castle Film Festival. What Kevin and Ernie thought was going to be about, like 100, 200 submissions, got over 1,000.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, you should have. Yeah. So they decided.
I love how Kevin said in his video, announcing the move, how he was a victim of his own success. And I was laughing. I'm like, I said, you turned a bunch of people on to the idea that they too could make film. What did you expect?
That's true.
It's a good problem to have, though, right? Exactly. So
they're moving the festival from August to November 30th to December 4th. So it'll be a big thing, and we're upgrading. We're actually going to be out of the little Smod Castle because there's so many movies.
The little Smod Castle could.
And then we're going to be at the Atlantic Highlands movie house instead.
That's right.
Yeah, no, this is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. So, but it'll be, the festival is 5 days long. And it is, I know a couple of the people that have submitted, people are just really excited about it. It's going to be
they should be. There's a lot of dope stuff.
Yeah. For sure.
And even though Kevin said submit dick pics, we didn't get any. So I'm very glad about that.
Not yet, but now.
Damn it!
I know. You got till November, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't working.
Actually, no. The submission dates is still the same.
Okay.
So I think it's closed now. So it is closed now.
Or very soon. Let me see. Hold on. Smod.
Today is the 20th, correct?
I was going to say, I thought it was the 20th or the 23rd, but I'm not really sure.
Hold on, we're going to find out.
Good problem to have, unless you're one of the people who has to narrow it down.
Oh no, it was the 18th.
18th, okay.
It's done. You guys, SOL. But
nope.
Sounds like you have a lot to go through, regardless.
Sorry, Anthony. The deadline just finished.
Yeah, you just missed it.
Well,
there's always going to be next year. Just a couple more things. So thank you, everyone. We've gotten some really nice response for people who want to be reservists who don't live locally. The Stash is accepting reservists everywhere in the continental U.S.
Continental United States.
If you are interested, yes.
We need to throw that out there.
Did I not say?
No.
Okay.
I have to underscore that. I'm sorry. I'm not talking over you on purpose. I'm talking over you to underscore that content. If you're like Hawaii, like I'm from Hawaii, that's the United States. Like, no, I'm sorry, it's not. Well, it is, but
since when?
Not in shipping.
Breaking news here. Breaking news at the news desk at the Stash.
If I have my way, it will not be.
United States. You can email us at special email JSB for Johnny J and Silent Bob, JSB Secret Stash Reservist at gmail.com. JSB Secret Stash Reservist at gmail.com. Let us know that you want to be a reservist. You want to have your book shipped to you, and we will hook you up.
Well, or just give us a call. You can give us a call here at the Stash.
Give us a call at 732-758-0508.
Give us a call. Reach out to that email. There was one thing I noticed, that a couple of people had reached out through the Live from the Secret Stash email. That's not really what that's for moving forward.
No, it's not.
But just know that if you have suggestions from when Mike reads off his top 5, make sure you give them a call or reach out through that email.
Absolutely,
yeah, do that because
And Secret Stash Press, which we know Masquerade, the first issue of Masquerade is going to be published in September. We're working on getting our website updated so that you can go on and you can order your books. So we'll keep you updated as far as that. I think we're waiting for some artwork so we can create that online. So stay tuned for that. If you go to secretstashstuff.com, you'll see that we have a page up that's under construction, but that's where everyone can go and order their Masquerade books, which, by the way, looks and sounds like it's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah, not just that, but next month they're going to be talking about Quick Stops. Which is the anthology book, which is going to be kick-ass, which has all your friends.
We had some fun doing some special packaging stuff for Secret Stash Press, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, we did. So stay tuned for that. But definitely keep an eye up, and we'll as soon as that webpage goes live and people can start ordering, we'll let people know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I know I wrote it. It was written down in the notes, but it was I do want to do this, Mike. It's the Christian humbles himself segment.
Oh, okay. All right, good enough.
So last week I was talking a lot of shit about the Green Hornet theatrical movie.
Yes, you were.
I was.
And so was I. And I will tell you, it is, well deserved, by the way.
You think it's well deserved. I kind of take it back. Oh, kind of a little.
All right.
There's still okay. So here's my reasoning, okay?
All right.
If we're talking, so the superior Green Hornet adaptation will always be the TV show right now.
Just because of Bruce Lee.
When
they clone Bruce Lee and we have him back, yes.
Yeah.
Then...
But until that happens, sorry, you're SOL with any Green Hornet adaptation. Sorry, Kev. But just as an action comedy alone, if you're not thinking of it as an adaptation of the show, it's actually kind of fun. And it's actually kind of funny.
By kinda, you mean... and don't get me wrong, I think Seth Rogen is a very funny guy.
I do.
But, however, this is not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to have... It's exactly what Jules says,
It's supposed to have some graphic.
You need it, especially, coming out of the gate. You need to establish that Britt Reed's a kick-ass crusading reporter.
And I'm not saying that that is not what that movie is. It's not. It has no gravitas. It really doesn't showcase those characters in that way. There were moments in it where I was like, that's fucking funny. Especially when it's Seth Rogen trying to at least become that hero, because he knows he ain't shit compared to that Kato. Because I mean, that is one of the positives of the movie, is that the person they have playing Kato is actually doing a pretty good job, especially with the acting and with the stunts.
Right.
The positive I said even in the initial was the car. They got the Black Beauty down pat and fucking awesome.
But they destroyed so many.
They destroyed so many of them that now it's impossible to find those cars at a decent price. So I'm mad about that, but I'll eat my words a little bit. It's a fun movie. Is it perfect?
As long as you're not considering it to be a Green Hornet movie.
The
Okay.
disagreement here.
All right.
Gentlemen, may have to take this outside, but I do agree with you, Christian. You would make an excellent Kato.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing is I can't open my mouth. I could stand there silent and just give you a glare, but I can't talk.
Oh, kind of like what they did to Bruce Lee in the original series. Yeah.
No.
You think he had like what 2 lines?
Yeah, because producers back then sucked.
Yep.
Racist pieces of shit. The suits fuck everything up, Christian. I have been saying that for decades.
Mhm.
Suits
Except we won't
fuck
do that with
everything.
Florida Man.
We
Florida
won't.
Man.
Well,
yeah.
are we wearing suits? I
Nope.
don't think so.
I will
Hey,
never
Mike
wear a
Barron,
suit.
this is what you get, buddy.
Exactly. Even to the premiere, I'll wear t-shirt and shorts.
Gotcha.
It'll be great.
Yeah. You'll be glad you did, Mike Barron.
Is this the end of the show?
I think it's kind of.
I think we're kind of getting there.
I think we're kind of getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week we'll do a little more comics college on Batman 66.
I'm game.
All right,
Yeah.
fantastic. We'll do a little wrap up of San Diego Con, all the news that's coming out of there. We might have to go an hour and a half next week.
We might have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we might have to do a giveaway next week too.
We can do that.
What are we giving away?
Well, you know what? I have something I can give away.
Do you? What do you have?
I do. I'll tell you guys after the show.
All right,
okay.
fantastic.
And actually, we found a couple things as we were cleaning the stash last week
All right.
that we could give away too. A little grab baggy type stuff.
We'll do a grab bag. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
we
what?
can
We'll
do a
do a grab bag. Maybe we'll throw your, or we'll do 2 things. We'll talk about what you got. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
so yeah, next week we'll do a giveaway.
All right. We'll just figure out how we'll do it in the comments. It'll probably be
Yeah.
a trivia related thing. You know what we should talk about in terms of Batman 66 next week? The movie.
Let us. Actually, why don't we do that for the week after?
Week after?
We'll finish up season 1,
Okay.
and then we'll do the movie.
Yes.
All right. You're very excited.
Yes, I am. You already know.
Yeah.
you know how much I love Batman
You
66.
Sure thing. I'm going to start calling you Commodore.
I'm okay with that.
Good deal.
That was another episode of Live from Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. Mike, Julia, thank you guys so much. It was a fun time.
Thank you so much,
everybody,
Christian.
and good day.
Have
See you
a-
soon. See you next week.
See you next week.
Stay nerdy.